When I first started lifting, I realized that to build a complete and aesthetic physique, the shoulders are one of the most crucial muscle groups. In this video, I'm going to share with you all the things I've learned over the past 4 years to grow my shoulders. From basic exercises and training splits to common mistakes and advanced strategies, we'll cover all the points in depth. So consider this video a complete guide to building 3D shoulders. Disclaimer: I'm not a coach or a professional trainer. Everything I share in this video is based on my personal experience. Our shoulders consist of 3 parts: the anterior, front, the medial, middle, which is the side part of our front, and the posterior, rear, which is often neglected. Beginners and even experienced lifters often make a huge mistake due to lack of knowledge. I definitely made this mistake too. The mistake was training shoulders only once a week with full focus and attention. I thought that if I wanted bigger shoulders, I needed to dedicate 1 day a week to shoulders and do a lot of shoulder exercises. In the beginning, I followed a bro split, meaning chest on Monday, back on Tuesday, shoulders on Wednesday, and so on. Unless you're using performance-enhancing drugs, don't make the mistake of training shoulders or any muscle group just once a week. Planning 1 muscle group per day is the biggest mistake in natural lifting. The solution is to train each muscle group according to your lifestyle and decide your training split while keeping the training frequency in mind. Frequency refers to how many times you train a muscle group in a week. For optimal results and muscle growth, you should follow a training split that allows you to train each muscle group at least 2 to 3 times a week. Let me explain. In our body, there's a process called muscle protein synthesis. In simple terms, it's the process where our body uses amino acids and proteins to repair muscle damage and breakdown. In natural lifters, muscle protein synthesis lasts for 36 to 48 hours. This means if you trained your shoulders on Monday, your body will take 36 to 48 hours to recover them. After 48 hours, once full recovery is achieved, you have another opportunity to grow your shoulders. If you're training shoulders only once a week, after those 48 hours, when your shoulders are fully recovered, you're missing out on maximizing growth. 3 times a week, full body, ideal for busy people or those who go to the office. 4 times a week, upper-lower split. 6 times a week, push/pull/legs. Now, let's talk about exercise selection. In my opinion, the most important exercise for overall shoulder development is the Rear Delt Fly. I learned the importance of training rear delts last year. Think about it. In the first 3 years of my lifting career, I neglected rear delts. And that's why I've chosen this exercise first. If you want maximum shoulder development, you'll notice that the anterior or front part of the shoulder is often more developed compared to the rear delts. Pressing movements like bench press, dumbbell press, or machine press primarily target the front delts, which is why many lifters have imbalanced shoulders. The solution? Drop sets. This is my favorite rear delt exercise. The best part is that you can find this machine in most commercial gyms. If you're doing this exercise for the first time, try both variations and see which one gives you a better mind-muscle connection. Next, I recommend lateral raises. This is my all-time favorite shoulder exercise for building wide, Superman-like shoulders. It's crucial for developing the side delts. I've always prioritized lateral raises since the beginning of my fitness journey and performed them with full intensity. Another benefit of developing your side delts is that it creates an illusion, making your waist appear smaller. Tip 1. While performing this exercise, I use a thumbless grip. This means instead of gripping the dumbbell with my thumb, I hold it with my fingers. This gives me a better mind-muscle connection in my side delts. After 3 sets, I go to failure and perform 2 to 3 extra drops. Tip 2. To increase training intensity and volume, I perform 2 to 3 extra drop sets after reaching failure. The third exercise I recommend is any type of overhead pressing movement. If I'm at a gym with a seated overhead press machine, I prefer using the machine. Using a machine allows you to focus more on technique and form, and it eliminates momentum. Unfortunately, my gym doesn't have a seated shoulder press machine, so I use dumbbells. Overhead pressing targets the anterior or front delts. Always perform this exercise at the beginning of your workout. I always track my progress. For example, last week I performed lateral raises with 20-kilogram dumbbells for 8 to 12 reps. This week when I went to the gym, I had a goal in mind to increase the weight or reps. Having this mindset and a clear goal helps you stay motivated and track your progress. So that's it for today's video. I hope you learned a lot of new things from this video. There are thousands of different shoulder exercises like upright rows, front raises, and so on. But if you consistently perform these 3 exercises for many years, you'll see great results. Don't change your exercises every 2 months unnecessarily. Don't overcomplicate things. Think of these exercises as practice and keep improving your form with each repetition. Eventually, with practice, you'll notice your technique improving and your progress increasing. Remember, master the basics, don't overcomplicate, and don't overthink. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Thank you.